Let's talk to the vicar real quick.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
All right. I'd like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Well, why are you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud that you became a vicar?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Well, if you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Oh, so much to talk about with you, isn't there? Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Okay, well, what if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
How should I know? I was frozen! Think, Vicar, think! He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Well, I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Because it's the right thing to do, because I had family on the Hope. I don't know that. Because I have friends on the Hope. I don't know that. Just because it's the right thing to do, or I don't know, I don't really like any of these answers. That happens kind of a lot in this game, where I have answers or choices that are not what I would say. Because I wouldn't say just because it's the right thing to do. If something's the right thing to do, you don't say you're doing it because it's the right thing to do, because then you're not doing it because it's the right thing to do. If something is the right thing to do, you just do it. You don't need to justify doing the right thing. But, okay.
A commendable attitude.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Baconu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
All right, well, remind me, what are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Hate to tell you this, dude, but all religions are kind of made up, aren't they? Someone just one day said, hey, this is a religion. Any ideas where we can find someone who speaks French in the colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay, well, there was some hesitation in what you were saying. Seriously? There's only one guy in the whole galaxy who can translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
So when the world ended, everyone just magically was able to speak English. Got it. I'm the captain here. Only I get to be a smart ass. Review, point taken. That sounds like a great idea. Look, man, we're gonna establish it now. I'm putting your sarcasm. Oh, these are both good choices, though. No, I'm the captain. I get to be the smart ass.
1,000 pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in witty repartee. Now, as far as tracking down this scholar, we should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Okay, sounds good. And we start his second companion quest, the Empty Man. How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Okay. How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
What about all those?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like.
Totally.
Something vexing you, Captain?
Yeah, you had a bunch of other stuff to talk about. Let's talk about this personal quest of yours.
Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Remind me why we want to do that?
If I can access the data cartridge from the terminal in security, I can easily hack into their arrivals and departures registry. That'll give us dates, times, and the crew manifests for every registered ship. I'll comb the...
Okay, we don't need to rehear every bit of it.
Yes, you... What's occupying your thoughts?
Well, he had a bunch of other things that I think I just lost because I started his next quest, which is the Empty Man. Vicar Max believes the book you retrieved for him in Emerald Vale holds the key to his enlightenment. He has requested your help in tracking down someone who can decipher its contents. Vicar Max wants to track down the scholar who told him about the banned journal of Mbakonu in order to translate its writings. The scholar has been through the Groundbreaker recently. Max thinks he can track him down by accessing a data cartridge from a terminal in the Groundbreaker security office. Locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. The Empty Man. Vicar Max believes the book you retrieved for him in Emerald Vale holds the key to his enlightenment. He has requested your help in tracking down someone who can decipher its contents. Locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. Okay. So we just found out our ship is impounded, but let's go ahead.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Okay.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
You have nothing additional to add. Okay.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a
Got
lot of
ourselves a
static at
Mardet.
first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters.
So
Now
actually,
I've heard everything.
there's a back door, there's a back entrance. So if we go into that front entrance, we have less time for our hologram thing to work. But if we come in through the back entrance, just gotta wait for this Mardet to walk away.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
That hands, Captain.
And then go in here. Actually, I guess, yeah, it would have been faster to go that way. For some reason I thought the door was closer to the back entrance.
You're an artist, Captain. There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Well, can you guys get in so we can close the door? Mardet docking terminal security. Confiscated goods. Detained a freelancer who was cagey about his business. Confiscated his personal belongings while he waited for questioning. Modified pistol, a jock. A hatchet, a metal loop. That is an item we can put on our ship, so if you want to grab that now, you can. I'll be making a video exclusively for the collectibles later. Prayer beads from OSI, and a locked container. Owner refused inspection. He fled before we could get down to it. Left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never. Security logs. Sublight put a bid on one of our impounds. Generous one, too. Negotiated for the usual finder's fee and then give Lila her salvage. Brawl at the Lost Hope. Freelancers versus the board. Freelancers won. Arrested a freight captain with more bits than his brains. Hawthorne's ship impounded by order of Udon Bedford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that bored snake. The guy from the back base roughed up the Moon Kid. Raving mad, warned me that the moon was gonna bring about the end times. He was flying high on whatever Mac Red grows down there. That actually gives you a little hint that you can get an item if you check the shop of the Moon Guy's store. Got a sworn testimony that Mac Red was spotted at the Rest and Go. Not that anyone would corroborate it. Remember to keep an eye on Gladys. And Mac Red also ties into another side quest we can do. Eject the docking records data cartridge.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
They should not be looking for me. Oh, you just came in here just to come in here. Okay. Yeah, there's stuff in here that you can loot. Just gotta close that door first.
You're an artist, Captain.
Thanks, buddy, I know. There's the ring. I'm gonna leave it. We'll come back for the rest of that off camera. First things we gotta do is, one, get our ship non-impounded, but... Oh, and talk to Vicar Max. But because it's not a quest thing...
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
I'll go ahead and show you what I mean by it hinting at something. So this is the Moon Man, Martin Callahan. It said he got roughed up, so if you look at his mask, it's normal here. Go to the back. Come in here and get a defective Moon Man helmet. Oh, I have masks or helmets turned off. Hold on. I remembered it being busted, but it looks fine here. Oh, but you can never see yourself. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can. Hold on. Need some light, though. Is it not busted? I could have swore it was busted up, but it's a unique item. That's the point. It only gives you +1 temperance. What makes this one defective? I mean, it doesn't matter. Point is, we got it. Now let's go ahead and talk to Max.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Okay, well, perception. You hesitated there, Vicar. What are you not telling me? We already knew that you knew the guy's name, because you were gonna say it earlier.
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
This all seems awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okay, well, let's go. But we can't head out there till we get our ship impounded. Well, we can. No, we can't leave till we get our ship impounded and have a card to land on other planets, but technically we don't need a card to go to other planets. So I'm gonna go get my ship unimpounded, and then we'll continue on with the quest. Okay, we fought our way to Fallbrook. or just ran straight here because we weren't ready to fight. Point is, we're here. And it's telling us the scholar's location.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Boss lady told me to take the night off.
No, I'm beat. Just got back from delivering to that house with the strange family.
The ones that always smell like raw meat and got splotches of blood on them?
Yep. Oddest thing. They started ordering cans of Borstwurst, but only if they come from the C&P factory.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is.
Not really. Anytime there's an odd family that smells like meat and there's a can factory, it typically means people. We'll get to that.
Let's search for him. Try to figure out where he's gone.
Well, we missed some of that because, you know, it leveled me freaking up in the middle of this. But yes, Vicar says let's search the house. So annoying. Day 152. Location that. Conditions fair. This is Reginald Cheney's gold panning log. So he's hunting for gold. Report. Can't believe I'm still stuck in this law-forsaken town, but at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel. On the riverbank outside of town. Produced 1 nugget and 2 teeth. Wonder if I can find a dentist who'd pay something for the teeth. Cheney.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Vicar, you gotta just be honest with me, man. Dude is not a scholar. Now he has nothing to his name.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
Oh gosh, this is so pretty.
I mean, yeah, in a way, I can see that.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
Max, this guy doesn't look like much of a scholar. You care to explain?
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
Alright, sounds good. Why'd you lie to me?
I couldn't risk you not bringing me here.
It sounds like you have things to work out between you. I'll just be on my way.
No. Max kind of should have told me about this.
Would you have brought me all this way just to watch me beat the life out of a greasy ex-convict if I had?
Maybe. Yep, probably not, or I don't know. There's no maybe? Because my answer would have been maybe if I had more details. I don't know.
Exactly. Feel free to turn away if the sight of blood offends you. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
All right, Max. It's not too late. Maybe the answers you're looking for are in that book.
Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
Weird hermit. That sounds kind of flimsy, dude. Need more information.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
All right, what do you say, Vicar?
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Hey, I just want to thank you for saving my life.
Saving your life? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I mean, he wouldn't kill you. He would have just beat your ass.
Exaggeration? Has the vicar told you what he did to old Lem? He's still eating through a tube, last I heard.
Look, what I may or may not have done to some degenerate during a prison brawl is old news. I'd rather not discuss it.
Hey, I just want to thank...
All right.
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
The craft Vicar, you lied. Want to know why? Why did you feel the need to lie?
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness.
Don't beg. Never beg for anything. The other two just kick him out of the group, so obviously I'm taking the top option. I understand. We all get a little obsessed sometimes. You're forgiven.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
What was it like being in prison?
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Okay. But we're still... walking right into the fire. We're still on the quest of the Empty Man. Now we need to go talk to a hermit on Scylla. And instead of fast traveling back to my ship, I have to go activate the point here, or else I lose the town as a fast travel point, I think. Could be wrong, but I might as well just go activate it, just to be safe. because I don't remember. I think you're okay. But I mean, it was just a short walk, so it didn't matter enough to me.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Cheney called it Scylla. I would say Scylla. I guess I should have went with my original pronunciation. Right? Didn't he call it Scylla? I guess that's to tie into the fact that Cheney isn't a scholar.
This is real space, isn't it? Empty and silent. I never thought I'd see the like. I'd look up at night, but...
Can't walk 5 meters without stubbing your toe in a loose rock here.
What are you doing? Get on the elevator.
Here we go. I'll take your confession now.
Yep, we are way too underleveled for this. We'll see how it goes. Why are you meleeing when you have a literal weapon that does electricity damage? To the enemy. Which I think I do as well, don't I? Did I choose one to give electricity to? I did not. I can't put anything on that one. What I can do... Oh, I can't do it from my inventory. That's right. That's right. They close him up. So I can't do too many hits before he shuts his little thing. You guys have a nice nap. We're gonna have to fight more enemies along the way. Not what I was doing, but alright.
Here they come. May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Gotta save my things for the mechanicals.
I see you there. We did it.
Did you guys take him out? Good job. Don't worry about looting later, because I'm doing this on a separate little save. So that I can just run straight to where I need to get.
We're getting close to the hermit. I can feel it.
Oh, wouldn't the quiet get to you? Knowing there's nobody out there? No one at all?
Processing. Performing an
Here they
area
come!
sweep.
I'll fix you right up!
I was gonna say, Parvati, there's people here. Oh! Okay, come on.
The strong survive and the weak perish. Nice hit!
Oh. Plasma does nothing to robots. And there's so many of them. Woo. Could just go inside.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
I'd rather be robbed than talk to people looking for enlightenment. Should we give her what she wants? Yeah, we're here to rob you. What do you got?
Not much, but you are free to take whatever you wish. Please leave me a few morsels of food, though. I may not eat a lot, but I still do need to eat.
We are not here to rob you. I've brought this book for you to translate for me. We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
Well, we've come a long way. Can you please just help them?
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
All right. You mean drugs, right? What happens if you're unprepared?
Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way.
Max just said he's prepared, didn't he?
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
I don't know, Captain. Is this safe? I don't think this is safe.
Parvati, you don't feel comfortable. You don't have to take the drugs.
I don't want to leave you all on your lonesome. I'll just... Oh, fine, I'll do it.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Parvati doesn't want to do the drugs. I can't ship her out from here. There's no fast travel point. I know it's just a game, but if Parvati doesn't want to do the drugs, I don't want her to feel like she has to do drugs. So we're going to run back to the ship, except not because we're in combat here.
Incoming! Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Shooting him with a shotgun? Why did you have access to a shotgun in prison? Yeah, I'm gonna cut here so you don't gotta watch me run back to the ship to get Felix, and I died. Because my hand was on the mouse to cut the video. Alright, we ran back and grabbed Felix. I also forgot, I upped the difficulty, so I was like, why are these robots so strong? Okay, come get in here. Felix, I have no clue how old you are. You're old enough to do this. And I feel like you'd be down. Partake. Oh, you hold it.
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
He's gonna say, now you know how I feel all the time, because I guess Felix is always high. Okay. You can attack her. You're right, Max, but maybe we should, or your mother's right, Max, maybe we should hear her out. She looks like Felix now.
Don't tell me these drugs have warped your sense of truth, along with your face. Is it just me, or is everything a little wavy in here? Never mind. This is all lies, I'm sure of it. We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
Look, Max, we came all the way out here. Just play along at least.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan. It filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here.
I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
So I have done this with every companion. Every companion is different here. I think this is probably the best one because these two don't like each other, Felix and Max. I mean, they don't like each other at the start, so it's kind of a better way of going about it because they're butting heads, and it's just a better one. Whereas Parvati would be very sympathetic and being all kind to Max when he needs that tough love right now. Mom's right, Max. Your story blinded you to the truth and landed you in prison.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You spent all your life chasing this frickin' plan instead of just living life. And look where we are, Max. Trusting an unbalanced hermit with your sanity seems, should say does. Trusting an unbalanced hermit with your sanity seem rational to you?
No, I just wanted to prove to my parents that I...
Gives a fuck about your parents.
Damn it. You're right.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. To attain your goals, you must live in the chaos. Be fine with the chaos. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architect's plan you slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
Felix. Fucking dumbass. Oh, man. Shut up, Felix. Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
I don't. I mean, that's not how it is at all. I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you. The contented you. Me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation because it will set us free. won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision? To have your life completely controlled? The illusion of certainty? Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
Yeah, please don't do that. I'm invested in being me, because again, I'm also high at the moment, huh?
Your individual self is what's not real. It is simply a concept. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves?
You're doing fine, Max, but do you think the hermit would care if I threw up in the corner?
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
Well, what happened?
I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect.
Well, I'm glad you found the answers you were looking for, Max.
In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
Well, there may be something to that. You seem happy, or at least not angry.
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
That's it, right? Yep, that ends his quest. How you doing, buddy?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
During the experience at the Hermit's, you seemed, somewhat at odds with your mother.
I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
All right. That's it. That is Vicar Max's, quests all completed.
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
Oh, I don't have enough for this. I'd ask what you both were talking about, but I'm afraid you'd answer.
How right you are. Words are overrated.
Oh, bye.